Deep in the heart of Wisconsin lies a stretch of road shrouded in mystery and fear. Bray Road is a quiet country road like any other, but it holds a dark secret within its shadowy depths. Legend has it that for decades, residents have whispered of encounters with a creature unlike any other. Eyewitness accounts describe a creature standing on two legs with razor-sharp claws, glowing red eyes, and a blood-curdling howl that echoed through the night. Some believe it stems from Native American folklore, while others speculate it may be a remnant of a bygone era when large wolves still roamed the land. We may never know the origins of the beast, but we can still be enthralled by the tales from the people that have witnessed it. These are just a few of the real-life accounts of the Beast of Bray Road. Hello to all my fellow creepy little weirdos. My name is Christina, and I will be your tour guide through the realms of the unexplained, the paranormal, and the just plain weird. Welcome to Horror History and Hauntings. Tales of the Beast of Bray Road date back to the early 20th century, with reports of a wolf-like creature roaming the countryside. But it wasn't until the late 1980s and the early 1990s that the legend truly took hold. Newspaper headlines screamed of a wolf-like creature terrorizing the area, sending shockwaves through the community and attracting the attention of paranormal investigators far and wide. The journalist that was credited with the first article about the beast is Linda Gottfried in her local paper in Walworth County in 1991. Her article was called Tracking Down the Beast of Bray Road. And in the article, she included actual accounts of people willing to talk about their personal encounters with the beast. Below the picture she drew herself, based on the eyewitness accounts in her article, she captioned, "A certain number of people, good, honest, working folk, have seen something. Something unusual, something scary. Something hairy that relishes pavement patty dinners." She went on to write a book about the subject called The Beast of Bray Road, Tailing Wisconsin's Werewolf. Even though she had never had a personal encounter herself with a beast, she was always a true believer. One of the accounts told in the story told of a woman heading down Bray Road late one night after work. She slowed down when she saw what she thought was a man kneeling along the road holding something in its hands. As she got closer, she noticed that the creature had long pointy ears, long claws, long teeth with fangs, and was covered in brownish gray fur. It was kneeling like a man would and held in its hands to its face something it feasted on that appeared to be something meaty, possibly some sort of roadkill. She also said that the eyes glowed, but that it also could have been just a reflection of the car headlights into its eyes. She estimated that it was also as big as a man. If it was standing, it would have been a good 5 to 7 foot tall, weighing every bit of 150 pounds or more. She quickly sped away after that. It was night, and it was quite large, but I know what I saw. You don't mistake something like that. I don't take Bray Road in the dark anymore. She is quoted in Godfrey's article as stating. There is another harrowing tale in the same article about a person that was traveling down the same stretch of highway called Bray Road. It was kind of foggy out and at night, so visibility was a little lower than normal. They felt the car jolt like it had struck an animal or something. Concerned about that being a possibility, she pulled over to look to see if there was an injured animal in the road and to assess any damages to the car. She could not find any damage. There was no animal lying dead in the road, and no blood or anything showing that an injured creature had run off. Nothing. That was when she noticed this thing barreling down the road at her. She said it ran upright like a man because she could clearly see its chest as it came closer. She turned, got back into her car. In fear and panic, instinct just took over, and she slammed on the accelerator and tried to get the hell out of there. Just as she shut the door, the beast had jumped, landing on the trunk of the car, but was unable to grab a hold of it, so it slid off, but it left behind large scratches in the paint. She was quoted as saying in Godfrey's article, "It was hitting the ground hard. I've never seen a human run as fast as that. And my uncle was a track star. If he'd gotten me, I probably would have been dinner that night." When researching the article, Godfrey also interviewed John Friedrichsen, a county humane officer for that area. And when she started asking him questions about the sightings of the beast close to Bray Road, he pulled out a simple manila folder with a label marked werewolf. It held, according to Godfrey, reports of sightings in the area. Some as simple as weird unidentified tracks to more disturbing things like a hairy, pointed-eared creature seen chasing down a deer on two legs and being able to keep up with it. Friedrichsen explained that he thought the sightings were nothing more but an oversized wolf or coyote. But if he truly believed that, why had he labeled the folder as werewolf? Another encounter is quoted in a March 2021 Thought Catalog article by Chrissy Stockton called 14 Facts About the Beast of Bray Road, the Creepiest Animal You've Never Heard of. This is the complete account in his own words from Reddit. You can read it for yourself with a hyperlink left in the article. I lived in the town of Franklin, Wisconsin. This was about 97-98. We had just moved into a brand new subdivision and were currently the only house that was built. The rest of the area for a long distance was empty lots on what used to be an adjoining farm's old land. Our backyard had a running creek. On the other side of the creek was some brush and a single lane road with an old wooden street light that gave off an orange hue about 30 yards or so away. It was a warm summer night, and I was having a sleepover with one of my friends. We had all the lights off, and we were playing hide and seek in the dark. I went back into our sunroom. I saw something crouched over, illuminated through the brush and by the orange streetlight. I'm not sure how to describe its body posture. You know how when you're about to throw up and you hunch over on your knees and palms? It was similar to that. Its breaths were so deep and heavy that you could see the chest heaving from that distance. We had a 140-pound Akita who stood 6 foot on his hind legs. I could easily tell that whatever this was dwarfed my Akita. I also know that it wasn't any type of dog or wolf. Its hind legs were thick and muscular like a man, but its body tapered at the abdomen and it had a head like a wolf or canine. I called out to my friend who came over and just said, "What the fuck is that?" to me. Trying not to make much noise, we sat there as it was hunched over for a good 30 minutes. My dad, who was a hard-ass Vietnam vet, came out to see what the hell we were doing up so late. We asked what it was, and he just said, I don't know. He then went outside as we stayed in. We stood there scared for my dad. He had one of those old mega lights that had the power of 1,000 candles at the time, and he took it with him. He stood in the driveway and shined it into whatever we were watching. It looked back at us, and I honestly don't remember its eye color. But what I do remember is that when it looked off into the brush, it took off upright, like a sprinter from that all-in-four stance. My dad heard it splash through the creek, and he hightailed it back inside. It was one of those fucked up moments you don't really talk about because people will think you're crazy. When I heard about it so many years later, I immediately knew I'd seen it too. So, what do you think? Is the Beast of Bray Road real? Would you travel alone at night down this desolate stretch of highway? I have included down in the description links to both Linda Godfrey's original article and the online Thought Catalog article by Chrissy Stockton for you to read for yourself if you are interested. If you enjoyed this video, you might also like this other one I made about another scary cryptid encounter. And as always, thank you for watching, good night, and sweet dreams. Bye-bye.